What is going on, everybody? Today we're analyzing tape of Donovan Ezeiruaku, a guy who I think has massive potential to become a really good football player. This is a guy that I think if he continues to develop, could definitely be a contributor for the Cowboys. Now, he didn't have a great game statistically, so I don't want you guys to think that this is one of those videos where I'm going to show you guys like 7 sacks. That's not happening. But there are moments in his tape. There are traits in his tape. He's utilizing the passer's technique. He's utilizing the movement that we saw in college. And that's all we can kind of look for, right? We can hope that some of those things that he did in college, he can kind of fine tune as he gets in the NFL. He can grow, he can get better. And I'm excited to talk about this guy's tape, man. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. One of the things we do have to recognize, and I want to just kind of start off and say this right away, is the Rams ran a lot of plays where it was quick game or it was bootleg type of plays where, as a defenseman, you're not going to really make the play because on bootlegs, you're like the backside chase player. Or you might be the guy who ends up getting double teamed, right? Like, for example, you see the defensive end here, it's going to end up getting blocked by the wide receiver. And then the wide receiver is going to end up releasing once the quarterback kind of clears that guy, right? So you don't really have a chance to make this play. But I just wanted to kind of start the video right away with that because this is part of why Ezeiruaku didn't have like 7 sacks, right? But let's get into this. Let's talk about some of the movement and some of the things that this guy flashed. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and just get right into it. A very nice play here by Maris Leofau. He's going to generate some pressure on this one. And he goes right through the running back, man. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. Corner was beat here, in my opinion. It should have probably been a touchdown. But I think the pressure here by Leofau is going to force the quarterback into a bad spot. He's not able to really step properly into this pass. So it just sails a little to the left. But I show you guys this play because the play does not work without Donovan Ezeiruaku slanting into the inside here, right? He slants to the inside. The linebacker comes over here off the right edge. They're essentially running a linebacker and defensive end game. And Ezeiruaku also does a pretty good job shedding a little late on this play, right? Now, he doesn't get credit for a pressure, but I do like how he utilizes the hands here to get off the block and get close to the quarterback. And the quarterback throws this fairly quickly. If the quarterback does not throw this ball as soon as he does, Ezeiruaku does disengage with the right tackle, and he would technically have a pressure, a sack, a hit, or whatever you want to say. I do like the fact that as he slants inside, he uses his hands to break the contact, right, to detach from the right tackle. You see it right there. He's going to utilize that left hand as he kind of spins off of it. It's a pretty nice job. I like the design of this play, which is why I wanted to kind of show it to you guys. Let's go ahead and get into this next snap here. Ezeiruaku is going to do a really good job shedding the tight end, generates a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. To me, this is part of what I like about this guy, right? This is part of what I think is going to make him a good football player. As he develops, as he kind of gets used to the game speed, this right here is going to allow him to be a player that can have success, right? It's the ability to utilize the technique. I want you guys to watch traits. I want you guys to watch techniques. And on here, this snap specifically, he ends up beating this tight end. So the tight end's going to block him. He's going to put his hands into the tight end. Keep in mind, he has to, he has to think about if this is a run play potentially. The tight end kind of takes a step out towards him. So it could be duo towards the inside. The Rams also show that this is a potential duo. They bring these wide receivers in, and they have them essentially go right in between like the tackle guards, tackle tight ends. And you can also see they're play actioning it and they're double teaming, which is kind of showing that they might be running duo. So again, Ezeiruaku has to play the run first. He's going to get his hands on 46. As soon as he recognizes this is not a run, look at him disengage. Left hand's going to hit that arm. Right arm's going to come up. He's going to rip. And you can see he's going to generate a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback does get the ball out. But I like the fact that this guy's showing some of that pass rush technique. You got a 2nd and 5 on this one. And watch how quickly the edge player here recognizes this is a run. And look at him try to get over the top here of the right tackle. I like that right there, right? I like the fact that this guy's trying to get over the top. He recognizes the play super quickly. Now, do keep in mind, this is 10-year veteran offensive tackle David Quisenberry. And, that's a pretty good job to try to get over the top. Now, personally, I like how quickly Ezeiruaku recognizes this is a run play. So the offensive tackle here is going to step inwards, and he's going to essentially just turn towards Ezeiruaku. And his goal is just to keep Ezeiruaku from blowing this play up. Now, it's a power run towards the left, so you're going to get this tight end here. to essentially pull, and he's going to try to lead block for the running back. So Ezeiruaku realizes this pretty quickly, and he's going to try to get over the top to make this play. He understands, based off of how this right tackle is blocking this play, he knows that this play is never going to hit to the right side. Right? This guy is back blocking this play, so he knows the best thing he can do is just try to get over the top. So I like the recognition on this one by Ezeiruaku. Uses the hands. To me, he does get over the top, right? He does fight through the block. Maybe 68 gives up on it, but either way, he does get over the top. So to me, that's a good job right there by Ezeiruaku. You got another play here. The Cowboys are going to bring a safety off the edge over here, and Ezeiruaku is going to actually jump to the inside. And he's like maybe half a second late on this one. This is a touchdown run. It's 3rd and 4. But he just misses the running back on this one. We're going to slow this one down so you guys can kind of see the play. To me, just half a second slow on this one, right? And I do like the fact that he tries reaching in, he tries grabbing onto the running back. And I don't even know if he's late, truth be told. I believe his number 60 is going to be kind of in the way. So maybe because number 60 is in the way, he's not able to actually fully get to the running back potentially. But he's right there, right? And again, to me, it's the recognition. It's the understanding of the different concepts, right? Number 68 is stepping out towards you. You know the Los Angeles Rams are a very, very heavy duo team, right? They're going to come out and run this play 100 times in a game. And he recognizes the way to stop duo against your guy is essentially to jump that inside gap. That's exactly what he does on this play. So that's a nice job. Obviously, this is probably designed given that safety's coming off the edge. Pretty nice play. Let's get into the next snap. All right, you guys, check this next play out. You're going to have what looks like outside zone to me. And you're going to actually get a illegal use of hands by the tackle here on Donovan Ezeiruaku. The hands are going to land high. And this is a nice job as well by the defensive end. He does a really good job being able to set that edge. And he also does not give up ground. So one of the things with these plays is, as soon as you make contact here, there's two things that could happen. Number 61 can take Ezeiruaku and push him out towards the right. Or Ezeiruaku can, bend that corner and potentially stop 61 from pushing him in any further. And what happens there is these guys here on the backside, the linebackers, the defensive ends, all these guys are going to flow into this gap. And essentially what you're doing is by setting the front side, there's not going to be that wide of a gap for the running back to go into. So this is a nice job by Ezeiruaku to be able to stop 61 from gaining any sort of push, any sort of movement. Play only picks up about 2 yards anyways, and that's a great job by Ezeiruaku to set that edge. And of course, you get the illegal use of hands regardless, so you end up going backwards anyways. This is a nice run rep by Ezeiruaku. If this guy wants to play for the Cowboys this season, he has to consistently prove that he can play against the run. Check this next play out. You're going to get a 2-yard run. And Ezeiruaku is going to be right there, man. He recognizes the play. He gets in there, grabs onto the running back here's a leg. Just a really nice job recognizing this play. Now, I'm not sure if this is some sort of defensive line game between him and number 99 there. Ezeiruaku does recognize the play pretty quickly, right? And I don't know if it was 83 that kind of gives it away, right? You're going to fake outside like you're going to block the defensive end, and then you go up to the linebacker. I'm not sure if that kind of gives it away or if this was some sort of stunt situation where you're going to get Ezeiruaku to come back to the inside. Either way, he does a nice job recognizing the play. Doesn't necessarily blow it up, but again, it's only a 2-yard gain. So for a guy in his very first ever NFL action, these are the little things that you kind of want to see him flash. Right, it's a pretty good job right there by Ezeiruaku. And this is the final snap that Ezeiruaku's in the game. Doesn't do a whole lot on this one. Generally speaking, again, statistically, it wasn't great. But the thing with preseason is it's a good time to learn. It's a good time to get better. It's a good time to fine-tune your technique. If you're going up against a guy who's been in the NFL for 10 years, you can't ask for a better matchup. Another thing is, as I already mentioned, the Los Angeles Rams run a very, very unique offense. There's a lot of motions. There's a lot of different, trickery type of concepts. They'll come in and they'll run duo 3 times and then they'll play action and then they'll play action, but they'll show duo, right? Which, that a lot of teams don't do that. Regardless of that, I felt like Ezeiruaku definitely showed a little bit of upside and potential. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time with another video.